Ah, new border. Okay, so what's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Waking up first thing in the morning. It's like 7:30 for me now. I just finished editing this video. Going over the 6 Plus version 2 Gear 4 showcases for you guys, so you guys can have an idea of what I've experienced so far with this unit. I've experienced some good, some bad, and a lot of fun things in between. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so let's go over Gear 4 Luffy as a unit. So Gear 4 6 Plus Luffy, or Gear 4 Snakeman, I think we're just call him Snakeman, just to make life easier, because there's like fucking 90 billion Luffys at this point, and Legend Luffys, etc. So we'll just call him Snakeman Luffy, make life easy. So Snakeman Luffy is reducing all cooldowns at the start of the adventure by 1 turn, as well as boosting all characters, the attack of all characters by 3.25 and their HP by 1.35. The main differences there, of course, are that instead of being a 3 times booster on the original Gear 4 Luffy, we're going to be a 3.25 times booster, and instead of reducing damage, we are now going to have a 1.35 times HP boost, and we're also, the old HP boost was 1.25, and it actually is a pretty sizable increase that we do see. We go from about 40,000 average HP to over 50,000 actual average HP, so it is a pretty sizable increase in HP. He also makes Dex and Int beneficial for all characters, whereas the original Gear 4 Luffy made Quick beneficial, and if you swapped, it was Strength beneficial. And then if you did swap again to the Gear 4 stage, it was going to be Strength, Quick, and Sight. And then you can see it's just the opposite colors. So this allows you to have matching orbs for a lot of different teams, which is really great. If you use Gomu Gomu New King Cobra for 3 turns, boosts the attack of all characters by 4 times, and after for the first 3 perfects in a row, you have to get consecutive perfects, it will boost by 4.25. So your attack order does matter. So one of the things I've noticed about this character, and we try to test and figure out, is if Gear 4 Luffy, if you pop 1 special, it will trigger both Gear 4s. The answer is no, unfortunately. It only boosts 1. I'm very sad about it. We tested it, and the test will be in the showcase to be able to see, and all the damage values to make absolutely certain, but unfortunately it does not. The Limit Break Sailor abilities completely resist paralysis on this character, and the second one, of course, is the same as original, which is boost the stats of all characters by 50. Main differences between this character and the original is now we're not going to get a wave clear effect on the hit. We're actually going to get a single target hit, which is going to do damage to 1 enemy at 150x damage. Regardless on what tier the special is on, which is now a 2-stage special instead of a 1-stage special, and the captain action is completely removed. He's going to be a 6-turn special. That part is really nice. So if you didn't know, his 6-turn special is going to be a 0.3 chain boost, as well as amplify orbs by 1.5. And if your captain or guest captain is Luffy Ace, it's going to make all colored orbs beneficial. Now, what we'll see in the showcase here is actually that becomes kind of a negative. And the only thing that's really nice about this Gear 4 is he's not free-spirited anymore. He is actually going to be a powerhouse and fighter unit, so which is really nice and allows you to use Zunisha shift. So after playing around with it for a little while, what I've noticed is that Luffy is very, very, very much benefited by Zunisha ship, and I typically am now sticking to Cerebral and Powerhouse teams. His Tier 2 special is going to be 150 times attack and typeless damage to 1 enemy, add 0.7 to the chain multiplier for 3 turns, which is really nice because it's a 3-turn boost, and then his orb effect boost is going to be a 1.75 times boost, which can now be carried into the next room, which is going to allow you to get, if you hit 3 perfects, amplifies the orb effects by 2 times in the following turn. Unfortunately, if you are trying to use this technique to bring the orb boost into the room, you are not able to do a type boost, the same thing with Lucy. So if you're trying to bring an orb boost and a type boost into the room, you are unable to do so because you cannot have 2 perfect buffs on the same at the same time. You can only bring one of those buffs in. You can either bring the orb boost or the type boost. You have to pick one or the other if you had 2 that were possible to bring into the room. So it is impossible to use both, just so you know. And then, of course, if your captain or friend captain is Luffy, it's going to make all color orbs beneficial for 3 turns. So as a sub, Luffy is very, very good still. He's going to allow you to bring the orb boost into another room. So on Katakuri teams, it's going to be very beneficial to have Luffy as a sub. I would also say that he's good as a captain, so he has a lot of ways that you can play him. Personally, I'm going to be using him as a captain a little bit more until I get V2 Katakuri, and if I do get V2 Katakuri, I'm lucky enough to get him, I will be using Katakuri as a captain and Luffy as a sub to test out a lot of different teams. So guys, I will see you guys in the showcase. Okay guys, so we're going to be doing a multiple set showcase where we're doing a lot of different characters, and I actually had to switch emulators, and I was going to do with this yesterday, but the big problem was I was getting super bad lag on my other emulator, and I couldn't hit perfects at all because like everything was going crazy. And I thought it was Gear 4 at first, and I thought it was like maybe my computer or something else going on, but it was actually just the emulator. So I ended up switching emulators. I'm using Droid 4X now, which is running pretty good. But we're going to be doing the showcase here for version 2 Gear 4, and we're going to be talking about him a little bit and what the changes and the differences in damage, etc. And what I found after doing the first run of this is I really was not feeling using not Zunisha. And it was maybe because I kept getting meat orbs and kept getting tandem orbs and not having a way to get them matching, and it was actually kind of frustrating. So what I would recommend is if you do have the option, go ahead and use Zunisha ship if you can. I know that Tesoro is not affected by the ship, but I'm going to be using him as the first hit in the chain, so it doesn't really matter too much. Overall, I definitely am digging the Zunisha with version 2 Gear 4 6 Plus, and the ability to use a powerhouse and cerebral ship is kind of interesting because I haven't used it in a while. The last team I used Zunisha with a lot on was a Katakuri team, and that was version 1 Katakuri. So that's really interesting now that I can go back and use like V2 Katakuri teams with this, and if I do end up using V2 Katakuri in the future, I will be able to check that out. So I'm actually kind of interested in seeing how that goes. For this team, we are rocking Nami right now for a color affinity boost, and as well as an orb boost if I want to make my life easier. And the only reason I have this Gear 4 now at this point is going to be for increasing the captain ability, which is really interesting that you can actually fit enough characters on this team without orb boost and color affinity. And finding characters that fit for your color affinity is actually really tough with the Gear 4 team if you're not using Brooke. So in the original batch, version 2 Gear 4 was related using Brooke, and finding other color affinity characters for Gear 4 is actually a little bit tricky because of the types and the color affinities that use, etc. I guess that you now can use you can now use a powerhouse color affinity booster instead. I don't know offhand what it is. Maybe chat knows. If you guys know, let me know. But what I have been experiencing with this version 2 Gear 4 is that the power of version 2 Gear 4, in my opinion, is much better for just average turns, and I really like being able to like hit things on just average turns with a lot of damage, and I'm liking that part about it. I also like the feeling of getting matching orbs more on like side turns and not having to worry as much on getting the matching orbs. And I was noticing on version 1 Gear 4, version 2 Gear 4 without the 6 Plus, that getting matching orbs was a little bit more taxing and it wasn't nearly as simple. And this time on the 6 Plus version, it's definitely a lot easier to get the matching orbs. And I'm also bringing Judge for 2 reasons. One, I can actually use Judge as a friend captain or my captain if I wanted to use Gear 4. And it's really nice to be able to use 6 Plus Judge again. And I'm actually interested to see if I can make some Judge teams that will work well with Gear 4 or use like Gear 4 friend captain. So for people who aren't lucky enough to pull them but do have Judge, they will be able to use their Judge captains with Gear 4. And since he is going to be a powerhouse unit, it is going to be a little bit easier to get that done. So I definitely like that I'm able to use Zunisha with Gear 4 and get like all matching, because Judge, if you, as well as you know, makes changes the rates of getting int orbs, so you actually can get more int orbs, and also makes badly matching orbs matching, which can give you potentially a lot of matching orbs. And of course, Gear 4 Luffy will make int matching. So I definitely like that you're able to get all those things in your kit and have a lot of matching orbs. I am noticing, like, for badly matching orbs, this would also be a great boon for this particular turn where we get all badly matching orbs. Using a Judge captain with a Gear 4 would actually be a great idea for people who are really trying to get a lot of matching orbs all the time. So I think that would be a great idea for a lot of people to try out. So if you did not know, with the new Gear 4, your attack order does kind of matter, which is a little annoying. And I'm not a big fan of attack order captains, because attack order captains do not make life easy. They make life hard. And it's not the worst, but it does provide some problems later on. The major differences on this character versus the last character is that we get a bigger HP pool increase, but we lose the damage reduction. So I kind of don't like the damage reduction loss, but the increase in the HP pool is kind of cool because I feel like I'm the same level of tankiness. But when I fight HP cut content, I'm not going to feel that as much. So it really just depends on how I'm going to structure the teams. What's also interesting is that if I did pair with Judge, am able to get a damage reduction as well as more matching orbs. So being able to hybrid that with other characters makes it really interesting. As far as damage goes, on the burst turn, I haven't noticed any difference yet because I haven't been able to like try it out. And I will be trying it out in this showcase, so hopefully we get some good damage when going into our burst room. And I take the full type advantage team so that we could have every possible bit of damage we could. Obviously, the Tesoro is going to lose about a million damage or so, I would say, because he's not getting these initiative. Maybe a little bit more than a million damage, not really sure, because he is the first hit for the chain lock, so we're not going to see like a ton of damage from him either way. All right, so the other thing about Gear 4, that it works a little bit like Lucy. And the way it works is that you have to hit 3 perfects instead of 4 perfects in order to bring get the 2x boost. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but I mean, Nami kind of makes up for it either way, so it doesn't really matter. You can see we're doing about 1.6 million, not with great type advantage there. So we do get a decent amount of damage. Not a lot of damage, but a pretty decent amount of damage. I'm going to go ahead and hit with these guys on Rebecca. And then I'll go ahead and finish off... Oh, I didn't finish off Robin. Feels bad. Am I dead? Am I dead? I don't actually know. Oh, I'm not dead. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Koala then. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and pop... Oh, she does something. Okay, attack up. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and pop the Gear 4 animation here so we can bring the Gear 4 boost into the room. The chain boost is for 3 turns, but the 1.75 orb boost is just for this turn and following turns. So, I mean, I only have to hit 3 perfects here, so it's not terrible. So I'm going to go ahead with hit with the Soro, and then we're going to hit with probably Nami or something. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So we got all 3 perfects. So now we lose the orb boost, but we get that perfect thing. So bringing a 2x orb boost into the room. So won't be able to remove it going into the room by any other captain. So that's great. So again, 2x orb boost here. And then for all the characters and stuff we're going to do for damage, I'm going to go ahead and pop the... Let's see here. We're going to pop the Judge special. I'm missing an orb on Hotchan. I don't know how I'm going to get that. Do I lose that orb entirely and I can't get anything? Or does Hotchan do stuff? He does not. Feels bad. So we're missing an orb, which is unfortunate. So I'm losing the orb boost here. I mean, I guess if I reset before I walked in the room and like was able to... That's the only orb. Like the only 2 orbs that it matters that I don't get an empty orb is this one. I can't change it either. Otherwise it would be full orbs. So here's a showcase, I guess, without that orb, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do this. Do the Gear 4 special here again. This provides me the gear chart, basically not gear charges, but the gear level here. And it's really unfortunate that I'm not getting this orb. Oh well. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this, and then we're gonna go basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Made the attack order easy so I can remember it. So here we go. Hopefully I don't fuck up. We have a 2x type boost from Judge. We have an 2x orb boost. We have a 3.25 times chain lock, which can override the 0.7 chain boost. We have a 1.75 conditional boost from Hotchan, and then we have the color affinity boost from Nami, of course, for a 1.75 color affinity. So here we go. Let's see how much damage we get. Bam. $65 million. So again, very high damage character. I probably would have hit about 75 million if I had that orb, because that would be 4 times as hard. So to figure out what Hotchan's damage is to add in, what I would do is subtract the damage that he did, and then go ahead and I would add the okay guys, as you can see, we did 3,434,978 damage on that. So what we're gonna do is multiply that number times 4, and that comes out to 13,373,990 912. So I'm gonna write that down. All right, and then we're gonna take the total damage we did. What we do to figure out the total amount of damage is that since we did 343,000 damage from Hachan, we're going to take the 65 million damage that we did originally, and we're going to go 65,686,996 minus the 343, whatever it was, yeah? Shit, I'll have to go back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 65 million damage that we did minus 3,434,978 damage that we did from Hachan, and then we're going to add the 13,733,990, or sorry, 739,912 damage that we would have done, and that would come out to 75.9 million. So the total amount of damage that we would have done is 75 million, which is right on par what I thought it was going to be. And the reason we're adding, we know that is because without an orb, we don't get a 2x boost, but with an orb, we get a 2x boost. And then add in the 2x orb boost that we had already, so that would become a 4x boost. So multiplying that number by 4, that's how we got the number. But the total amount of damage what we should have done is about 75 million. So he's pretty darn strong. So guys, I'm backtracking and looking at the team, and I just realized at the end of it that Judge doesn't boost Nami, and I totally thought he did beforehand, so that was a mistake. But what I would have to do to test a higher damage value to see what would be the better damage value was I'd actually have to switch from Tesoro to Nami to get higher damage value. It actually matters because Gear 4 changes the damage values as we go in. But the problem with it is that if I attack with Tesoro first, I can't attack with Nami because the target for Nami is the back right unit, and that's literally the hardest unit in the entire room to hit. So if it was another character, that'd be fine. As far as other boosters that I could possibly use, not really sure. We tried a separate team, and then the other team we were using was this one. We're able to get all the same boosts, except we're getting a 2.25 type boost, and then on everybody, not just on some of the characters. And we're also going to get a 1.75 color affinity boost on our team. We're getting a 1.75 conditional, and then of course the 2x orb boost, etc. The problem with this team was I was having a lot of trouble hitting perfects last night, so I wasn't able to test it out. But this team should do more damage, and then of course we use Intalk to kill the final boss. So let's go ahead and try that out real quick.
It's just like how the attack order is going to be rotating right here because I don't know the attack order otherwise. If it was a logical attack order, I could figure it out, but I don't know what the logical attack order is.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't miss. I'm probably going to miss. I missed. I can't fucking hit perfects, dude. I just can't see them. I can't see them. I literally cannot see what's happening. Fuck this game, dude. Okay, so I know this team works, but I just can't see anything, dude. Get all the boosts. Hopefully I just don't miss my fucking perfects here. Round 75. Here we go. Fucking A. Already missed the first perfect. Already missed the second perfect. Already missed the third perfect. Already missed the fourth perfect. And I've already missed the fifth perfect. And we hit the sixth perfect. It's just I'm just too triggered to hit perfects since I don't care about. 376,000 damage. And this one also has 376 damage. 339, 366, 283 on you, and then finally, Frankie at 372. So I'm gonna pop the second Gear 4 special. Please don't kill the fucking baby 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we get increased damage here. After we pop the second Gear 4 special, and see if they actually matter. If you have one popped or both popped. So looking at the damage here, we go up to 463. So unfortunately, popping one Gear 4 special does not boost both. It only boosts one. So we have one turn left of this boost. You actually do have to pop both Gear 4 specials. So this makes this character exactly the same as the original Gear 4 with more damage. RNGesus, let me hit all my perfects, please. Because I am trash at this game. Here we go. Hit a great. Hit a great. Another miss. And there's a miss. 41 million. Alright, guys. So I don't know what it is, but I'm experiencing some massive lag with Zunisha, and I can't hit perfects when I'm using Snakeman. I've tried it like over 2 different days over 2 different emulators. I don't know if it's an emulator problem or whatever it is, but I'm having a ton of problems with the new Snakeman and hitting perfects. It might be a bug, might be just me. I don't know. To be honest, it's really hard to figure out. So for right now, guys, if you're going to be using Snakeman, I recommend using Zunisha just because for some reason during burst turns, I experience a lot more lag. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm just experiencing it. All right, guys, so we're going to be doing the second part of the showcase, which is going to be with Coliseum Magellan, and I wanted to show off Luffy in a Coliseum. And I'm going to be using Zunisha ship because as I've experienced with either, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just me sucking or my emulator, but I am experiencing some really annoying problems with lag with the version 2 Gear 4 Luffy on 2 separate emulators. So we're going to be doing this team, and the motif of this team, which is really funny, and came out 100% by accident, is that we have a Fishman team. Oh, Fishman team! I didn't even know. And it actually works perfectly. What's really funny is that we got we're gonna have a 1.75 type boost that we're able to bring into the room by using Fisher Tiger. We're able to use Hody, which will rewind my specials for this guy. So I could technically use a 2x booster. I just decided I wanted to go Fishman. I mean, I could any 2x booster will work here at this point, but I was like, if I'm going Fishman, gotta keep Fishman. You know what I'm saying? So we got this. There are other options, obviously. So you don't need to have Fisher Tiger. Obviously, it is one way of doing it. Hody is here for the rewind. He rewinds 2 turns of special restore on himself, and of course rewinds every powerhouse characters by 2 turns. So that's gonna be very helpful for this fight. Hachan and Fisher Tiger Z are much longer cooldowns here, so I do have to do some stalling here. And we do have the new ship out, but it is a little bit a little finicky. And I already have my Magellan maxed, and it is kind of fun playing around different teams. If you notice, I kind of lagged at the start of that turn, and then halfway through the turn, it stopped lagging. So I don't know if it's like random or it just comes all the time. So we'll have to see. All right, so going into the first semi-difficult turn here, we're gonna have Blackbeard, who's gonna rewind specials. Feels bad. I probably should have brought somebody else because now we're gonna have to do 2 turns on Blackbeard. You know what? We can actually take as many turns as we want on Blackbeard. I just realized it's not gonna. We can even take like 5 turns on Blackbeard if I want to. I think I'm gonna take 3 turns or 3 or 4 turns on Blackbeard, and that'll allow me to have. I won't be able to have the special till we get to the final room, but it should be fine. I think I just need to have him max special either way by next room, right? Which is a little tricky. A little tricky. Blackbeard only hits for 7,000, and I can take as long as I want on Blackbeard, which is really nice. All right, so I just need 3 more turns of stall, it looks like. It's just kind of annoying. Like, having another, like, the character I'm bringing as a gimmick is now making this the hardest. His cooldown is so long. I don't understand why his cooldown's so freaking long. I can't slow overstall too much, too, because the poison will kill me. So I think this is good, right? No, I could have gone in last turn, but it's fine. All right, so hopefully we still have enough HP. We'll have 10,000 HP going into the final room. I'm hoping we still have the HP to win this, so I'm hoping. Feel fingers crossed. All right, so we're going to one-shot the Shiryu. And right as we kill Shiryu, of course, we get the special rewind, so that's going to be kind of annoying. So we're going to go ahead and pop Gear 4 Luffy. Watch the animation and everything because it's cool. I'll pop another one when we get in the room, but... we were going to try out using Lucy, and somebody was telling me that they actually used Lucy with Gear 4. And the problem with doing that is that you're already at a perfect buff, so you're not able to bring a perfect buff into the room, which is actually kind of annoying. And I'm going to use Fisher Tiger Special. I've actually never seen it. That's very fast. I like it. I like Fisher Tiger. He's super fast on a special. Why is his cooldown 21 turns? Do I just not have the books? I must not have the books. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try to hit 3 perfects. I'm going to see how much I suck. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Got some pinch in. Nice. All right, and then everybody's getting through a special rewound by 4 turns, which then goes down to 2 turns. And the main reason I had to pop Fisher Tiger before I go into the room is Fisher Tiger is a very long cooldown. I could have popped it when I got into the room, I guess, but just a super long cooldown. And of course, we get the Toxic from Magellan. right away. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop Jinbei, which is really funny because he's up immediately. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and pop our Hody to get our Hotshot special up, which allows us to get conditional. So much Fishman. So much Fishman. Luffy, the new Fishman captain, confirmed. And then we're going to go ahead and pop our Hotshot special. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Are you kidding me, bro? That's literally how you walk? Oh, that feels bad, dude. I feel bad for Hotshot, bro. I feel so bad for him. Oh my god. Alright, so now we're gonna go in. I haven't actually damage calced this, so I have no idea if I do the damage or not. 2-8, 2-9, 3-7, 3-5, and then 3-8. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. So the attack order is this. Alright. Now that I'm laughing at that, that's really funny. Hopefully I have the damage. Here we go. Okay, wow. That was much more damage than I was expecting. That was much better than I was expecting. Okay, that scaled very quickly. that was very strong. Okay. So we were able to bring 2 utility units on this team, get Orb Boost, Type Boost, and we have Chain Boost, of course, and then the final thing we had was Conditional. Yeah, that was 13 million damage without Type Advantage, and I didn't even get to hit with my last unit. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. So V2 Gear 4, force to be reckoned with, for sure. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about your lag. If with Gear 4, I don't know if it's me, but I've been asking my Twitch chat over the last day. About half of them is experiencing a lot of lag with Snakeman. Half of them says it's a visual problem, and then maybe like 10% say like, no, it's fine. It's just you, Seka. So let me know if you guys are experiencing the same lag or if it's just me. I'm having a lot of visual problems with this unit, so I'm not sure what it is. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video again. Of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.